It's the 15th of 10, 16. For some time ago, I was listening to what you call AM radio. AM radio is the tape beside or open. It's an open, you could say, channel where the FM often is commercialized channels, right? Station. If you listen to FM, you will often have licensed radio station. Sometimes there's a pirate radio, but that's what goes on FM. On AM, which used by sailors, airplanes, sometimes police, sometimes military. There goes a lot of things on in AM, right? And I was searching. Sometimes I just like to listen to AM because the family I grew up with used to sail, and I'm very familiar to water and sailing and marines. My now dad was a Royal Marine guy, and so I sometimes feel comfortable listening to AM radio, just the noise. Actually, I prefer to listen to AM noise from music, which is strange, but that's it. So actually, actually, I was listening to AM, and there was a lot of noise. AM is often pretty noiseful, but if you understand the noise, you can hear. For example, I can hear if a plane goes over here, I can hear if he's connected to the AM, for example, or if there's a lot of noise that if you get familiar with the AM noise, it tells you a lot of things, right? So I was listening to AM and I was searching back and forward on my sound control, and I heard this kind of small, like a weasel ring, right? And that's normally from a Sea Life West. It's some of the new equipment that sailors are using. If they fall in the water, their life vest will make a sound, so a rescue team can find them, right? And I could hear that this was a life vest in middle of a lot of noise. So I made this, you call it a kind of wave call on the radio. So a boat nearby went up to the life vest and were finding a person. And at first I thought that the person's vest was alone in the water. Sometimes the vest can be lost or something like that. But it turns out that the vest had, unfortunately, a dead man that were fallen from a ship. And he was rescued to Sjælland. And actually, I think he was identified as a Danish person. Right after I informed Norway and Sweden about that there was a person found in between Denmark and Sweden and Norway, that water, because he was pretty far out to be, just a local fisherman from Denmark. So I actually wrote a report on that, and I called the Danish Sea National, and they ignored me. And I called the local police station which had the case. They ignored me. And that's because the post and the telephone and the mail is hacked in a hacker ring, right? So actually I didn't get my report to the right place. But frankly, I was touched by this because I was the one that had that contact to this Life West, and so I was a little, thinking about his family and all of this. So I was a little, I think sometimes when you operate in my field where we rescue people, you're always touched by if we also sometimes lose somebody. So I was a little bit down on that for some days, and then it's okay again. But the report is still here, and I can't really get anyone from police. Supposedly, they should be attending, both this report, but also hackerings, industrial, counter-espionage, political crimes, kidnapping, first, second generation, and so on. So actually, I'm a bit I feel a bit violated by all of these Danes, or what you call them. But frankly, I want to say to the family that of this man we found in the sea, that I'm actually glad that we found him. I know how it feels to miss somebody you don't know who is alive or dead, and that's not funny. So actually, I'm glad that I was lucky that day to hear this small, tiny call of a life vest that would almost they can I think they can make a sound for 14 days or a month or something, and I think it was the last calls it made. So I'm actually happy I was on the AM channel that day and just was lucky finding this. It's like a needle in a haystack. It's not something. It's sometimes just luck, and I believe in God. So I think that God is always watching over seamen. So that's the point of view. But anyway, I just want to put it here. So if anything happens, so you know.